sweetheart. Then he goes to the length of all his arm, and with his other hand thus o'er his brow he falls, to such perusal of my face as he would draw it. Long stayed he so. Then, with a little shaking of mine arm, and thrice his head thus waving up and down, he heaved a sigh so piteous and profound as it did seem to shatter all his bulk and end his being. That time he lets me go, and with his head over his shoulder turned, he seemed to find his way without his eyes. For out of doors he went without their helps, and to the last bended their light on me.
This is the very ecstasy of love. What? Have you given him any hard words as of late?
No, my good lord, but as you did command, I did repel his fetters and deny his access to me.
That hath made him mad. I'm sorry with better heed and judgment I had not quoted him. I fear he did but trifle in its wreck. Come, we to the dawn, this must be known, which being kept close might move more grief to hide than haste to utter love. Come.
Welcome, welcome, dear Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. Moreover, we much did long to see you. The need we have to use you did provoke our hasty sending. Something have you heard of Hamlet's transformation, so-called, said no the exterior, no the inward man resembles that it was. But it should be more than his father's death that thus hath set him so much from the understanding of himself I cannot dream of. I entreat you both, that being of so young days brought up with him, and sit so neighbor to his youth and behavior, that you vouchsafe your rest here in our court for some little time, so by your companies to draw him on to pleasures, and to gather so much as from occasion as you may glean, whether aught to known afflicts him thus, that open lies within our remedy.
Both your majesties, by the sovereign power you have of us, who put your most dread pleasures into command and to entreaty.
But we both obey, and here give up ourselves in the full bent, to lay our service freely at your feet, to be commanded.
Thanks, Rosencrantz and gentle Guildenstern.
Thanks, Guildenstern. And gentle Rosencrantz. And I beseech you instantly to visit my too much changed son.
Heavens, make our presence and our practices both pleasant and helpful to him.
Amen.
Thou still hast been the father of good news.
Have I, my liege? I assure my good lord I hold my duty as I hold my soul both to my God and to my gracious Dawn, and I do think, or else this brain of mine hunts not the trail of policy as hath it used to, that I have found the very cause of Hamlet's lunacy.
Speak of that. That do I long to hear.
I doubt it is no other but the main, his father's death and our o'er-hasty marriage.
Why, you shall sit.
Good lord, and madam, to expostulate what majesty should be, why day is day, night, night, and time is time, were nothing but to waste night, day, and time. Therefore, since brevity is the soul of wit and tediousness, the limbs and outward flourishes, I will be brief. Your noble son is mad. Mad, I call it for. What is true madness but to be nothing else but mad? But let that go.
More matter with less art.
Madam, I swear I use no art at all. That he is mad, 'tis true. 'Tis true, 'tis pity, and pity 'tis true. A foolish figure, but farewell for it, for I use no art. Mad let us grant. And now it remains that we find the cause of this effect. Or rather say the cause of this defect, which effective comes by cause, and thus remains remainder thus perfect. I have a daughter, well, she is mine, who in her duty and obedience hath given me this. Now gather and surmise. To the celestial and my soul's idol, the most beautified Ophelia, beautified, that's an ill phrase, a vile phrase. But in her excellent white bosom, these, etc., etc.
He's my Helena.
Good madam, stay a while, I will be faithful. Doubt thou the stars are fire. Doubt that the sun doth move. Doubt truth to be a liar, but never doubt I love. O dear Ophelia, I am ill at these numbers, I have not art to reckon my groans, but that I love thee best, O most best, believe it, adieu. Thine evermore was this machinist to him, Hamlet. This hath my daughter given me in her obedience. More about hath his solicitings, as they fell out by time, by means, by place, all given unto mine ear.
But how does she receive his love?
What do you think?
As of a man faithful and honorable.
I would fain prove so. I went round to work, and thus my young mistress I did bespeak. Lord Hamlet is a prince, out of thy star, this must not be. And then I precepts gave her that she should lock himself from her resort, admit no messengers, receive no tokens. This being done, she took the fruits of my advice, and he, repulsed, a short tale to make, fell into a sadness, thence into a wash, and thence into a weakness, and thence into a lightness, and by this declension into the madness wherein he now raves. And all be mournful.
Do you think 'tis this?
Maybe, very likely.
Hath there been a time I'd fain know that I positively said 'tis so, and 'tis proved otherwise?
Not that I know.
Take this from this, if this be otherwise. If circumstances lead me, I will find where truth is hid, as though it were hid indeed within the center.
How may we try further?
You know, sometimes he walks 4 hours together here in the lobby.
So he does indeed.
At such a time, I'll loose my daughter to him. Be you and I behind the arras then, mark the encounter. If he love her not, and be not from his reason fallen thereon, let me be no servant to his state, but keep a farm for carters.
We will try it.
But look where sadly the poor wretch comes weeping.
Ooh, away, I do beseech you both away, I'll board him presently. Oh, give me leave. How does my good lord Hamlet?
Well, God of mercy, have you a daughter?
I have, my lord.
Let her not walk in the sun. Conception is a blessing, but not as your daughter may conceive. Friend, look to it.
How say you by that? He is far gone indeed, and truly in my youth I suffered much extremity for love. Very near this. I'll speak to him again. Will you walk out of the air, my lord?
Into my grave.
Indeed, that is up in the air. How pregnant sometimes his replies are. I will leave him, and suddenly contrive a means of meeting between him and my daughter. My most honored lord, I humbly take my leave of you.
You cannot, sir, take from me anything that I more willingly will part with all. Except my life. Except my life. Except my life.
Fare you well, my lord. These tedious old fools.
My honored lord!
Oh, my excellent good friends, all Guildenstern, Rosencrantz, how do you both?
As the different children of the earth.
Happy that we're not over happy on Fortune's cap, we are not the very button.
Nor the soles of her
Neither,
shoes.
my lord.
Then you live about her waist or in the middle of her favors.
Faith, her private
Oh, most true, she is a strumpet. What's the news?
My lord, but the world's grown honest.
That is doomsday near, but your news is not true. But let me question more in particular. What have you, my good friends, deserved so at the hands of Fortune that she sends you to prison hither?
prison, my lord.
Santa Fe's a prison.
Here's the world one.
A goodly one in which there are many confines, wards, and dungeons, this being one of the worst.
We do not think so, my lord.
No such matter, but in the beaten way of friendship, what make you at Santa Fe?
To visit you, my lord, on other occasion.
Were you not sent for? Is it a free visitation? Is it your own inclining? Come, come, deal justly with me. Come, come, nay, speak.
What should we say, my lord?
Why, anything but to the purpose. You were sent for, and there is a kind of confession in your looks which your modesties have not craft enough to color.
To what end, my lord?
Well, that you must teach me. But let me conjure you by the rights of our fellowship, by the constancy of our youth, and by what more a dear, better proposer could charge you with all. Be even and direct with me, whether you were sent for or no.
What say you?
My lord, we were sent for.
I will tell you why. I have of late, but wherefore I know not, lost all my mirth, forgone all custom of exercises, and indeed it goes so heavily with my disposition that this goodly frame, the earth, seems to me a sterile promontory. This most excellent canopy, the air, look you, this brave o'erhanging firmament, this majestical roof fretted with golden fire, why, it appears to me no other thing than a foul and pestilent congregation of vapors. What a piece of work is man! How noble in reason, how infinite in faculty, in form and moving, how express and admirable. In action, how like an angel. In apprehension, how like a god. The beauty of the world, the paragon of animals. Yet to me, what is this quintessence of dust? Man delights not me. No, nor woman neither, though by your smiling you seem to say so.
My lord, there was no such stuff in my thoughts.
Why did you laugh then when I said man delights not me?
To think, my lord, if you delight not in men, what Lenten entertainment the player shall receive from you. We quoted them on the way, and here they come in token service.
There are the players.
Well be with you, ladies. My lord, I have some news to tell you. The players are coming.
Oh, Buzz, Judge of Israel, what a treasure hadst thou!
What a treasure had you, my lord.
Why, one fair daughter and no more, the which he loved passing well.
Still on my daughter.
Welcome, friends, welcome all. Come, give us a taste of your quality. Come, a passionate speech.
Pronto viro allá a Priamo, en vano pretendiendo matar griegos. La vieja hoja demasiada pesada. De su débil razón, a suelo se abate, lejos de su alcance. Estando el troyano ahora su merced. Pirone a Roma, la espada girando, rabiosamente. Pero bastó la racha de su acero.